In the world of the X-Men, mutants are regarded with fear, suspicion, and hatred. Their powers are perceived as very dangerous and can make anyone think twice who's a mutant or a human. No one can tell unless you're Mystique or Nightcrawler just by looking at them. The main themes of the X-Men since day one in the comic books has been commonly about segregation and discrimination. It leads to the opposing ideals of Professor X and Magneto. Two characters so compelling, both flawed and seeks the same goal, but executed their ideals very differently comparatively. Professor X envisions peace and hope, coexistence between mutants and humans, and equality. On the other hand, Magneto wants to build a world where mutants can feel free and feel safe, by any means necessary. He believes there's no option for peace between humans and mutants. Humans will forever reject mutants over fear, and it will lead to the extinction of mutants. So when Magneto does something to protect his brothers and sisters, because of people like them, he feels justified. So why do I believe Magneto is more compelling than the rest of the X-Men? You got to look back into his past. His entire life is shaped by the Holocaust. In the concentration camp, he was separated from his mother, and as he witnessed his mother being hauled away, shouting for her to come back. As she cried and cried, his emotions skyrocketed. Thus, his mutant gene manifested. Very close to possibly killing all of the damn Nazis if given the chance. He witnessed the worst in humanity with genocide and discrimination against his own people, being subjected as a second-class citizen. This is the evil that made Eric see humanity only one way, the enemy of his people. Mutants are not hated simply for being a mutant, but feared because of their powers. So it leads to an escalation and inevitable conflict. All it takes is one charismatic leader to say the right thing at the right time to incite people to a common enemy. That's who Magneto is. From his experience in the concentration camp, he promised himself that no one else will be met with his utter hatred for mutants. To the point he becomes the very thing he hates the most. That's where he falters. After meeting Professor X, he saw peace. He saw a place where mutants can be themselves. But the problem is, they isolated themselves from the rest of the world. That's where Magneto and Charles wouldn't see eye to eye on. They both wanted the same thing. Soon after they revealed themselves in front of the American and Russian ships outside of Cuba, Eric proved himself right. Even though they did everything to protect them, they still rejected them for having powers. I love this scene as it defies both of them.
Eric, you said yourself, we're the better men. This is the time to prove it. There are thousands of men on those ships. They're just following orders.
I've been at the mercy of men just following orders. Never again.
I need to tip my hat to both actors, Sir Ian McKellen and Michael Fassbender, for portraying this character to near perfection. Even though I was never a fan of The Last Stand or The Dark Phoenix, I can still appreciate the effort these actors did with what script they were given. Aside from having two incredible actors, what can I say about Magneto? He's a broken man who went through a lot as a child, up to old age, as he came to terms with his best friend at the end. The last movie we saw him was Dark Phoenix. He made a safe haven for all mutants until it was almost destroyed by Jean Grey. He would do anything for all mutants to make a better world for all of them. In the movie of Apocalypse, he was drawn by the ideal Xavier has living a life with humans. He gave it a try. He found love, had a child, loved them so dearly. He was living a wonderful life. But life itself came back as he tried to save a friend from being smashed by using his powers, thus revealed himself for being a mutant. They still rejected him and killed his wife and child. Life's never been fair for him. He's been doomed to live a sad life full of hate.
Is this what you want from me?
He's not a perfect good person, but his reasoning and drive is something to respect. He saw goodness from his best friend Charles Xavier. They both respected each other. He's a great villain for the X-Men to strive to defeat. To prove his way is the wrong way. He became the very thing he swore to destroy. He's a hypocrite. Smart but a manipulator to make others follow him to further his own agenda only for mutants and not humans. That is segregation and discrimination. He preaches unity, only unity for beings he thinks he's better than in human evolution. The mutant gene. He's there for the fellow mutant, never for others. That's why he needs to be stopped. The X-Men needs to be better. Better than the humans who discriminate humans. Better than Magneto. Your heroes are only as good as the villain. And that is why I like the character of Magneto. He is a compelling character. Again, thank you so much for watching this video. If you have not yet done so, please subscribe to my channel as it really helps me out. And also, press that like button. Don't press the dislike button, that's a bad one. Anyways, keep on drinking coffee, and I will see you guys next time.